Hey guys, welcome back to Barefoot in Montana. I am Cameron, and in this video I'm going to be trying something a little new, so let me know down in the comments what you think. We're going to be making fresh pumpkin pies out of whole pumpkins. I'm going to be taking you on a little trip over the mountain to pick up the pigs from the butcher, showing you some of this crazy cold weather that blew in. Davin's snowman, very proud. These are footprints of my best friend Tammy. She walks around barefoot all year long. I think she might be a little insane. That's how I got the inspiration for my name, is actually from her, even though I walk around barefoot in the summer, but not during the winter. Some swans I stopped and video recorded on the way to my grandma's. I go up there about once a week and clean. Someday you guys will get to meet her too. She's a hoot, but thanks for following along, and if you haven't hit that subscribe button, hit it now. Hope you enjoy the video. Hey everybody, Cameron from Bearfoot in Montana. Today I'm going to be walking you through making homemade pumpkin pies out of whole pumpkins. We're going to go through the crust, the whipped cream. Some people like to make their own condensed milk. There's a lot of really good recipes out there on YouTube. You guys could look that up if you want to go completely from scratch, but I prefer to use the stuff from a can just because I never have enough time in my life to think straight. So that being said, we're gonna start out with roasting these guys and baking them up, making a puree out of them. We're gonna make the pie crust. We're gonna put the puree in the pie crust. Then I'm gonna walk you through making some homemade whipped cream, which is also very simple to make and not time consuming at all, so that's easy peasy, and there's nothing even comparable to homemade whipped cream or a pie crust. You don't want to use jack-o'-lantern pumpkins. These should be accessible. If jack-o'-lantern pumpkins are accessible right now, these should be accessible to everybody because of the season. We're going into Thanksgiving. They're around. Everybody that makes homemade pumpkin pies is going to be looking for these. Check out this little segment of making pies, baking pumpkin pies. So we're going to start by cutting the top off so it's flat, cut them in half, scoop all the seeds out. Go ahead and give those to your chickens because you know they're going to love you for it. Scoop it out good and clean. Got the oven preheated to 400 degrees. Line this with tin foil. Go ahead and grab some vegetable oil. Coat these all so they don't burn. You're going to do the insides of all of them. And then you're going to go ahead and flip them over and get the other side so it doesn't burn. About 40 minutes on 400 degrees. Let's get at the crust. So we're going to start with 2 cups of flour. Then we're going to go straight into the sea salt. Have about 1 teaspoon sea salt. About 1 tablespoon sugar. I'm going to mix that with my dough cutter. You ever seen one of those? I didn't know what that was for the longest time. It just hung out in my drawer. 1 cup cold butter. Chop that all in there. It's called cutting the butter. There's David in the background, running around with no shirt and shoes. So I don't have an exact measurement for water, but I like to make a little dip in the middle, fill it up. I need a little more water. Nope, a little more water. No, a little more water. Oh, I think I got it too wet. We're gonna put a little flour in there. Darn it, I think it's still a little wet. A little more. All right, so we're gonna start by spraying this pan, flouring it. And go ahead and use our flour, roll this out. And because my dough is a little soft, as you can see, I'm gonna go ahead and after I crimp this all up, cut the edges off, make it look kind of pretty. Yeah, it's awful soft. We're gonna go ahead and pop this in the fridge while we make the puree. Ooh, those are hot. Flip them over, nice and soft. You gotta wait for them to cool off before you do that. I waited, you just couldn't tell. Put her in the food processor, blend it up, have a sip of tea. Almost the right consistency. Yeah, that's looking good. About like what you would get out of the can at the store. So 2 cups pumpkin puree. That's what we got going on. Then we're gonna do 1 1/4 cups condensed milk, or 1 14-ounce can. I like to mix in between. Go ahead and add my 3 eggs. Again, I like to mix again. There's Wedgie. Then we got 1 teaspoon cinnamon, a 1/2 teaspoon ginger, 1/2 teaspoon nutmeg, and a 1/4 teaspoon cloves. Mix it all around, get that pie crust out. The oven's preheated to 350. Pop that in there, approximately 50 minutes. Now when it comes out, is what you want to do is touch the top. When it's not sticky, it lets me know that it's done. You could also stick a fork in it. Then we're going to make our whipped cream. About 2 cups heavy whipping cream, 2 tablespoons sugar. Blend and blend and blend and blend and blend. Mix and mix and mix. Almost perfect. Now everything's had time to cool. We're going to cut this up. Get a slice out. Yeah, where's our whipped cream? Ooh, nice dollop of whipped cream. You guys like that? Your grandma's gonna be proud. So came across this little mushroom. This is called an orange peel fungus. It is edible. It grows in clusters in the soil, often alongside roads or paths, also in sand or moss or grass, but it does not grow in dung or in ashes. It's widespread and common. This little guy is very fragile but very beautiful, like petals on a flower. And this little bastard is a native noxious weed. It's called the stinging nettle. How do I know it's a stinging nettle? Because I just squatted on it to show you that mushroom, and now my ass is on fire. So I told you in last week's video that I would be going and getting my pigs from the butcher. Well, here's a couple of little short videos from my trip over the mountain, going to get them. I did a little road hunting and stopped at a few creeks and really enjoyed my time, listened to a lot of really good music, and reflected on a lot of things about my life on that trip over the mountain. My sister is coming this Friday night to spend the night with me. We're going to wake up early on Saturday and go on that wolf hunt I've been telling you about. So that'll be on next week's video. I hope you guys all like and subscribe so you can follow along for that adventure. Hopefully my wolf hunt doesn't turn into an elk hunt, because I don't think I'd be able to pass up an elk, even though I don't have any room in my freezers, but I could definitely share the meat with people in need. You guys tag along and hang out with me, and my sister, you get to meet her and see if either one of us end up shooting a wolf. We both have 2 tags. Neither one of us have ever wolf hunted before, so this should be a great adventure, minus the fact that it is freaking freezing here. I don't understand. We went from this beautiful fall to this rapid, intense winter all of a sudden. I just wish there was an easier transition. Like maybe if it waited till after Thanksgiving to get frigid out. And yes, I have lived in Montana my entire life. I should be used to it. I'm just not. I get cold really easy and I don't like it. It makes me a crabby person. Nobody likes a crabby person. So we just got all of the pig meat put away in the freezer. That is only 2 pigs. I'm happy that we sold one this year, and I don't think we're gonna do pigs next year. Seems how it's just me and David and Bailey at the house now. I just don't see how we're gonna eat all that, and not to mention, hi Vicky, I boxed up 3 boxes. I'm gonna take one to my mom, one to my ex-husband, and one to work to give away, just leftover from last year. So we can't do pigs next year. I just don't see it happening. Maybe one. We'll see where we're at by February when it comes times to buy hogs. So, but got that all done. I got lots of cool footage of my trip over the mountain today. I'll be putting that on there. And thanks for following along, guys. Like and subscribe.